I'm not an expert of this BW company. I'm new to the product, so I can't tell you much about them, but this one, it's all life. That is all life going into the soil. I don't know anything about that rhizoactive, but they're obviously working together. So that's the info there. And the theory, I like Biodyne's theory, is that with life and proper products, we can encourage more life and nutrient release from the soil to help our crops. And so we'll give it a shot. We'll do a couple strips with this stuff, and then we'll get this other shuttle loaded up with the other stuff. Well, it looks like I'm on an episode of Top Crop with Russell Hendricks. These products, we're creating a system to support life, to promote soil releasing nutrients, to promote germination, early root development. It's not just some 624-6 to just, pop up, quote unquote. It's to create a system and support soil. So you got your zinc product, you got Ignite, which is sugars, humates, fulvics, and seaweed extracts. You got a sulfur product. We got a micro pack, micronutrient pack, and then pH. It's amazing once you start learning about pH. I'm new to this, but pH, so we're setting the pH to a spot that we need, and then a revitalizer, which again is some micronutrients. And so this all together creates, in theory, a great system. Like I said, between this stuff and BW Fusion, we'll see if we can't take us to the next step. Do we call this Top Crop the meh edition? So the only thing I wish I would have done is put a valve right here to separate left and right sides on both pipes. Because here's your fill pipe and equalizer pipe, and then here's the pipe coming to the liquid system. And so we're putting the BW Fusion in first, and then we'll go run that out, and then we'll put in the special concoction from Durrell, and then I'll get back to you in 6 months and we'll see how they did. No, we're gonna tissue test and soil test. I'd like to soil test at the end of the year, if I remember, the strips, to see if they actually made a difference. And then we'll tissue test the plants throughout the summer and see if there's an actual difference. And so, yeah. And then we got our Peterson's 74 V91 is the number I have to remember to go in the monitor. A lot of guys ask about these Peterson seed. They're kind of regional for us up here. And I can't tell you an outstanding hybrid, because when we're doing trials, it all, well, how'd that work out for you, genius? They're all so competitive. We, like other brands, you got some just outstanding, and then you got just some duds. But with Peterson's, I've just used a small family of seed, and they've all been really, really competitive. And so I don't know if that's good or bad, but I thought with the other brand, I used to plant a lot of Pioneer, and I thought I had a couple home run hitters with that. And so with Peterson, I said, well, shoot, if you ever beat this Pioneer seed, this one that was just destroying, I wasn't even putting it into test plots, but it was just absolutely destroying test plots of my own. And I said, wow, you even come close to that seed, and the 2 seals fell off. I says, I'll buy Peterson seed then without a second thought. And lo and behold, they beat it. Well, there's our BW Fusion plot. I wanted to get about 20 acres, and we're at 18 by the time I get to the other end. So it'll almost come out really perfect for the rate and the trial. And then we'll put Darrell's mixture right here. So, yeah. Unlike last year, this year, we got a lot of rain in the forecast. Like, there's apparently several inches of rain over the next several days. Like, between Sunday and Wednesday, could be anywhere from 1 to 4 inches of rain. I am not worried. We'll talk about that later, but yeah. Well, I thought we were going to be home at a decent time tonight, and the wife is out on calving duty. So she is having the thrill of a lifetime. She had 3 calves this evening all at the same time, and then and now she's like, yeah, we'll go home and have supper, and then says, whoop, wait a minute, the 4th one's starting. So I thought I might as well get moved down to the next field. This is a no-till field, no-till, no-yield field, and I'll get started on this guy. And when she messaged me that the last one calved and everything's fine, then we'll go home. Yeah. Talking with the landlord, it's if we get 3 inches or so next week, should a guy hold off on planting a field? Could you get 3 inches? Is it going to drown out? Or do you go ahead and plant it? Because if you get 3 inches, you're not going to make it back in for quite a while. And so, good questions, I say. I'm half tempted to shallow up the seed a little bit on this field, but you know, I don't know. That seems silly. This field ain't too bad. I'm not terribly worried about this field drowning out. It's kind of a weird. So when this field is dry, it looks like some of our land elsewhere, you know, that when it's dry, it looks like beach sand. But when it's wet, it just gets more and more wet. It's kind of weird. And so, yeah, it can be, this is ground that can fool ya. You look at it and you're like, oh, that's sandy, let's go out here. And then you sync up to your transmission case in the blink of an eye. That's why it's staying no-till. So we can try and build some soil structure here and go from there. But yeah, it's soft. Don't kid yourself, it's soft. You can see Massey's kind of sinking in a little bit, but yeah. I got just a little bit left of Darrell's secret formula sauce, and once I'm done with headlands, then I'll turn it on and run it out. But you can see in front of me, I don't know if it shows up on camera, but my wheel tracks from last year, it was soft. sitting at? Apparently somebody was sleeping up there. Ah, for Pete's sakes. I need to do a review of the Massey. I always say I need to do it, and I just never have time for much video, all the videos I want to do, but that's our fuel per hour, the 2.9, 3.3. Went through some soft stuff back there that it got up to 4. And so let's just say 3.5 gallon average, while driving 4 miles an hour on a no-till field here. That is just simply mind-boggling. The 4430 we're at 40, it hunts around between 30 and 50, so it's about 40% load. The 4430, cutting hay, the 4430 would use more fuel than that. For the 4430 to pull this planter, that would be a lot of work for that tractor. A lot of work. And you're going to be way above 3.5 gallons per hour.